Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Terran from the Tech Riot, and today we're going to be talking about the new second generation of ryzen I almost said the GPUs, CPUs, and is there really a hype to be about? Is it really something that we should be glad to come out or not? I personally say not, and as we get more and more in the video, you can see. Anyways, there's supposed to be a hype that's supposed to be going around in other countries, but sadly not where I am from, because I am from 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela, and sad to say not many people know stuff about tech, especially children. You'll be rare to find a few children who will be around technology, because sad to say people, especially people in my group, they don't like IT for nothing. They don't like nothing about tech, know nothing, which I find is rather strange, because the worlds get more advanced every second, every minute, every day. But that's what I just say. That's what I say. Anyways, moving on. Yes, the new Ryzen GPUs are supposed to be coming out on Thursday. The Ryzen 7 2700X and the Ryzen 5 2600X. Well, and the number 27 and the 26, but we mostly concerned about the ones that are overclockable, because that is the one that we are really excited about, the ones that are overclockable. However, on the big screen, sad to say I'm not going on the big screen yet, but I just do that for doing that. Yeah, but however, when you reach on the big screen, you'll see what I mean about. There's not really no hype to be about. Because let me give you a brief right? The cores and the cores and the cores and the threads are the same as the 1800X. So that's the one I just be looking at. Rephrase that. That's the one that I just be looking at, the 1800X. Not so much at the 17, but the 18. But let Ryzen do what they do. Sad to say, let them do what they do. Anyways, moving on. Right, sorry about that, but now that we are on the big screen, right, as you can see, what is actually the real difference between the older and the newer? Because I say, me personally, if you're thinking about going or building and do such them now in 2018, yeah, I'll go with the older one, because now the same cores, same threads, 3.6 GHz versus 3.7 and 4 versus 4.3. You see what that base, especially with the base, that 0.1 GHz, you are not going to notice it unless you're trying to do stuff in slow motion. So you're going to be doing like in the Matrix. You're going slow, you're going slow, you're going slow. Next thing, you're moving like a snail. Anyways, that's if you want to do it like that. But other than that, the 4, except with the boost, the 4 and the 4.3, you're not really going to notice. Now, if it was if it was 3.6 to 4, then you would notice it. And then 4 to probably like 4.5, then yeah, you'll probably notice it. But these little changes, you're not going to notice it. And especially, how come I still have the same 8 cores and 16 threads? Because yes, you'll be able to use it with the new motherboards, the X470. Yes, you could still use it with the older ones, with the older motherboards. Yes, the 2700X comes with RGB fan cooler. And yes, it may be cooler, but these little things that most likely will change, because okay, I'm gonna go down off, right? With the temperature, right? 95 versus 8.5, not 8.5, 85. What will well, it's me. Most people will either do, they'll either change the cooler or they would just go water cooling and be done with it. Because that's the new thing these days. RGB fans and water cooling. So really, which one is which? Because me personally, if AMD, if you're watching this, if you did this just to get the consumers, the gamers or whoever, well, the consumers in general, to come off of the older generation and onto the newer generation, two things will change. One, the socket, and two, the course and threads. Because I mean, it's like, no, don't get me wrong, right? Majority of the people will go with either the 7700X or the normal 7700 or even the 1800X. What we're doing, as you can see what we're doing, we studying the 1800X because not really so much difference. Now, if the shoot, I changed the wrong one, yes? Now if this the 2700X will go in competition with the Threadripper 1920X, then yeah, that would be better buy. Solely because and competing with the same cost and it's cheaper. Because I just don't want oil to just go and spend like close to $400 on something like the older generation, which is much cheaper, giving the same performance. That is sharpness. But back to the main question now, is it really worth it? And this is more or less what the hype is about. The second generation is not worth it, so don't even bother considering buying it. Because again, you're more or less gonna get something with the same performance, but like $50 cheaper or so. It could even be less. At a lower power consumption and with using the same socket. Because yes, it's nice to have a little bit less of the cache, not the cache, the CMOS. But if you really look at it, now put us back on the other side. When you really look at it, the cache from 1 to 3 is the same. Well, X of course is overclockable. The CMOS is a little bit lower, only by 2. Yeah, and that's more or less it. Because you're gonna get the same RGB fans, but you're probably you're probably just gonna change the fan cooler and just get RGB fans. Because this is just me, I could be wrong, but from all the setups I have seen, there's barely anybody with RGB. There's barely anybody with an RGB fan cooler. So this would probably be good if you're planning to go with the RGB setup. But at the same time, the RAM will be overkill. Sorry about the background noise if you can hear this. Yeah. Yeah, the RAM with the G-Scale RAM, that's overkill right there. With the Corsair fan coolers, that's overkill right there also. And then plus some cases come with RGB fans in the first place. Also, like if I remember correctly, the thermal take, even not power supply, if I remember correctly, the thermal take power supply, one automatic power supplies are RGB. And then two, even if you're going with water cooling, the processor is the one thing, and the fan cooler is the one thing that you're not really gonna notice or study about. I mean, this is all good, but you can get something a little bit better for cheaper. Because unless you're really concerned about the speed, you're definitely not gonna notice it. Because you're not really gonna notice the difference between 1 millisecond and 1.1 millisecond. You're not gonna notice it. Now, unless you're doing stuff in slow motion, as I mentioned before. But what I'm just saying is, how come? If you're going to go with a new build, your better bet is to go with the older generation, the 1800X, because it's cheaper and you're more or less going to get the same performance as if you buy the second generation. The only difference is that little bit of speed that you're not going to notice. Just check it. Same cores, 8 cores, 8 cores, 16 threads, 16 threads, 3.6, 3.7, 4, 4.3, 768 kilobytes, 768 kilobytes, 4 megabytes, 4 megabytes, 60 megabytes, 60 megabytes. Yes, for overclockable, but a lot which is overclockable. 14 versus 2. Yeah. AM4. Yeah, because when you know motherboards are coming out, even if you're running the older ones, you can still use the same processor for the newer ones. Lower power consumption, definitely, but temperature, something you can always fix. Because how the cases are coming and with the how the cases are coming and how they have a whole set of fans, that temperature would drop a lot, and especially if you're in an AC room. And also, if you still don't like it, you can always just change the fans to make it cooler. Anyways, that is just my personal opinion. But for what I'm saying, between the two, the older and the newer, definitely go with the older, with the Ryzen 7 1800X, and we can even go with this Ryzen 5, because as I said earlier, also that applies to the Ryzen 5. You start the 6 cores, 12 threads. The BSS is speed, the BSS is same. 2.2 gigahertz difference, you're not gonna notice it. And then everything else is more or less the same. The CMOS is different by 2. Everything else is the same. Well, as I keep saying, I know I'm being very repetitive, but between the two, your better bet is to go for the older generation, because it's cheaper and you're gonna get this more or less the same performance as the newer. So that's just my personal opinion. Well, if I'm not trying to judge you on your life choices, but I just let you know when it comes out on Thursday, because it's supposed to be coming out on Thursday, I believe so. Don't get so hyped about it. About yes, it released. Yes, I'm gonna buy it. Don't get so hyped up about it, because again, more or less the same performance as the older. As I said, and as I was gonna say, and as I said before, if the cores and the threads was a little bit higher, then yeah, it's something to be hyped about. Like I said, if it was like with the Threadripper, one of the Threadrippers would have probably 12 cores, then yeah, it'll be a much better bet. But as I said, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not judging you about all your life choices. But that's just me. You could save how much money you could save. I got like $50 or so. Could even be more. And then you could buy some, and then you could wait a little bit longer until AMD and AMD and Intel really start to up their game, especially when it comes to the speed, because we could go all down the history list. How come? Because this is just me. I am personally just tired of how come everything now is just 3 and max at something 4. I find now something should be boost, not boost, base, as probably like 4.2 and boost or something like about 5, like with the i7, the 8th generation i7, the i7 8700K. Because you can go all down the line, you can go all down history, you can even go on Wikipedia and whatnot. But that's just my personal opinion. I am not judging you about your life choices. What I'm just saying, how come there's nothing to be hyped about. So if you're gonna buy it, just know you might end up being disappointed. And I'm sure there's other like tech YouTubers or whatnot watching this video. Some might agree, some might not, but I personally say majority of them will agree. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.